Hi friends, welcome to another video of Smarteefi, where we connect with you to provide updates on the new things which we are doing. Smarteefi products can be operated by a mobile app, Amazon Alexa and Google Home. We do receive a lot of feedback from our customers like what are the new products or features which can be added to Smarteefi ecosystem. One such request which was pending from a long duration was Home Assistant integration. So finally we do have some good news to share with you today. And we do have Mr. Vipin with us, who is CEO of a company, and we would like to discuss with him a lot detail about Home Assistant. What is this integration all about? What are the roadmap, any limitation, and practically everything. And we will also go through a detailed setup of how the things can be done. So welcome, Mr. Vipin, and welcome to our show. And please to take us through the Home Assistant integration which we have launched for our customers.
Okay, thanks, Amit. So, first of all, I would like to thank our users who are using our product for last 9 years and showing deep trust in our company and in our products. So, we also need to take care what features they are asking, and there was a consistent request repeatedly on one of the feature, which is the Home Assistant integration of the Smarteefi. Uh, so we took into the consideration of how we can provide that feature, what resources we have, and based on that, we have taken a decision that we are going to implement it. So today we are releasing our updated app, and we will tell you why the app updation is required for using the Home Assistant. And we will also be releasing the Home Assistant integration. It has already been released. It's a public repo which is there on the GitHub, so user can use that. So I would like to say that we have implemented the Home Assistant, and it's a complete integration, but we call it is still as an experimental.
Okay.
And it's a subscription based model in which 1 year subscription is free, and we have not decided what will happen after 1 year. That we will take the decision later on. But as I said, it's an experimental, means it's a beta version. Okay, because we have tested only internally, and we have tested only on Linux at x86 platform, primarily on a Ubuntu x86 platform. Okay, although it's also work on, say, ARM also, but as far as testing goes, we only tested on x86 Ubuntu Linux platform. Okay, user can, we have in this video we are going to explain how to use it, and after that user can use it on whatever platform they want to use.
So when we say that it is experimental, so it is only for the testing purpose, but functionality wise everything is done, or anything is limited features are released to the users, or complete features?
No, we have implemented the complete features that we have planned for. So it's not, it's beta in the sense that only limited testing by our team has been done. It has not gone to the field testing. So that's why we are only saying that it's beta, but it's a complete implementation. And in that complete implementation, we are covering all our product range. So our product range primary includes, if I talk in terms of the Home Assistant, so there is a concept of entity in the Home Assistant. So they have a switch entity. So all our plugs and switches that falls into the switch entity category, which is provides on and off. Then there is a fan entity that provides the speed control also. So we cover that as well. Then third is the cover entity, which provides the curtain controller. So we also have a curtain controller. Some users may not be knowing that we have the curtain controller, but we have the curtain controller. And for that we have a cover entity implemented in Home Assistant, so that you can open and close the curtains. Okay. And then we recently launched a new product, RGB controller, which can control the intensity of the light as well as the color of the light if it's there is a RGB strip light is there. Okay, so we have the light entity which can change the color of the light if it's a strip light, and provided the Smarteefi RGB controller is being used, or RGB or RGB CCT, we have two models in that. So these are the four entities: lights, which provide the color control, cover entity, which provide the curtain
Curtain
control,
control.
fan, which provide the fan speed control, and the switches, which provide on and off
On off functionalities.
control. So it's a complete implementation from our perspective. We have what we have planned. It's done. Only thing is that now we are putting into the hands of users so that we can get a real field feedback, and then we can decide whether we need to further do some improvement or what.
Okay. And when we say that subscription, so it is like time bound, or how the users will do when they purchase the product or anything else?
Yeah. So subscription, the moment there is a API token, there are two prerequisites also required to use the Smarteefi with the Home Assistant. One is the API token, and one is the GitHub repo link. So the day customer generates the token, from that day their subscription starts, and it's a free subscription. So after 1 year it will show you the data also. We will show in our video how to go into the app and do it. So but for that user need to update the app, because we are releasing in the latest version that we are releasing today only. Okay. So once he generate the token, then the date starts.
So basically there is a new app which will be releasing. Then from the app they have to generate a token, and source code they have to manage from the GitHub. So these are the basic three things.
Yes. So source code is available on public GitHub,
Okay.
and it's a public repository, and API token can be generated from the app, and that API token is per user.
Okay.
It's not per device or per switch. It's per user. For every user account, user can generate the API token.
Okay. And with this, there is no overlapping of existing functionality of Alexa or Google Home. Those are totally independent. So nothing will be linked to it.
Yes. So this is an additional functionality. It's nowhere going to impact your existing feature that are there, Alexa or Google Home.
Okay.
So we are not cutting any functionality. We are just adding additional functionality in our system.
Okay. So I guess this looks interesting. So can you please walk us through this integration, and let's share to our users from the start what all things they need to do, and we can go ahead with that.
Right. So before I jump onto actual app and showing you how to generate the token, and going on to the Home Assistant, I would like to give you some brief about what are the prerequisites for that. Okay. So we number one is that you need the API token, which can be generated from the app. GitHub repo link that we will provide at the end of this video or in the description of this video as well. And the third thing, we are taking an assumption that HACS, which is called HACS or Home Assistant Community Store. So our integration, Smarteefi can be integrated through the Home Assistant Community Store. Although there is a Home Assistant team which manage certain integration, but they manage only very few integration. They have a specific requirement that integration must be completely local. It cannot use the cloud API, but since our integration is using the cloud APIs, so we have to add it through the community store. So we are assuming the HACS is already being installed on the HACS already being installed in the Home Assistant, and with the HACS we will tell you the process. If HACS is there already in your Home Assistant, how you can install the Smarteefi integration.
So this integration also, who will be maintaining it? Whether it will be done by us, or it is common users will be doing, or what is the roadmap on that?
Yeah, so since it's not a part of the primary repository for Home Assistant, so it's a separate repo. Currently we are maintaining it, and we have a plan to maintain it. But also it depends on how much user base are interested in this feature or in this integration. Based on that, we will take decision how to maintain it, how much effort is going to maintain it, and that's where we will decide whether if it's not much effort, we can continue extending the free subscription also. But if there is so what happens is that whenever the new Home Assistant release comes, you need to make sure that compatibility is there with your release. If something need to be changed, it need to be updated the repo. But current plan is that the public repo that we have for this integration, we will be maintaining it. But if customer want to fork and he want to do something on that, they are open to do that, because GitHub provide that access to the public repos.
Okay. So I guess it covers
So
it.
let me take you through the first of all the app,
Okay.
and after app I will move on to the browser where the Home Assistant is running. So on my phone, I'll show you how to generate the API token first.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, so let me do. Okay, here we show you how to generate the API token in the Smarteefi app. Please note that you need the latest Smarteefi app, otherwise you may not see the option to generate the API token for Home Assistant. So if you have the latest app, you can open the app, and when you open the app, you can go to the menu, click on Home Assistant, and the API token will be generated. There is an option to copy this and paste it wherever you want, because you will be needing it when you try to integrate the Smarteefi into the Home Assistant. Thank you. We will show you how to integrate the Smarteefi with the Home Assistant. So for that, if you try to go and add an integration from the device, you will not be able to find the Smarteefi because it's a custom integration. So we assume that you have already installed the Hacks, which is a Home Assistant community store. So here on my setup, the Hacks is already installed. So if I go to the Hacks, I can install the Smarteefi through the Hacks. But even if I search Smarteefi on Hacks, you will not be able to find Smarteefi in the Hacks also. But there is a way you can integrate it. So how you can do it? You can go to the three dots on the top right corner in the Hacks, click on Custom Repositories. When you click on Custom Repository, it will ask you the repository and the type. So repository is the GitHub repo, for which we will provide the link in the description of this video. I'm copy pasting it here. So I paste my GitHub repo for the Smarteefi and select the type as integration. Click on add. Once you click on add, then you can see the Smarteefi entry in the Hacks. You have the Smarteefi, you can either click download here, or you can click here and read the documentation and click download here. Once you click on download, it will start downloading the repo or the code of the Smarteefi integration from the Git repo to your Home Assistant. Now, after the installation is completed, you can go back. Now you can add it as an integration. Go to the okay. Here it asks the restart is required because Hacks has installed the Smarteefi as a custom integration. It requires a restart. So let's first restart it. I click on submit, finish, and now if you see the connection lost reconnecting, my Home Assistant is restarting. So let's wait for the restart to complete boot up again. And when my Home Assistant is ready, then I can use my API token to integrate my entities, Smarteefi entities, into the Home Assistant. So it's still going on. Let's wait for some more time. I'm refreshing it. Okay, so I think my Home Assistant boot up is completed. It's completely restarted. Now I can go to the settings, and now if I search the Smarteefi using the add integration, I should be able to find it because I have already installed it using the hacks. Okay. When you click on the Smarteefi, then you will it will prompt you for the API token. The API token, as informed before, it can be generated from the Smarteefi app menu home assistant. So I have already generated it. Now I'm copy pasting it here. So after pasting, click on submit, and it says success, created configuration for the Smarteefi. Let's click on finish. And if I go to overview now, it can see all my devices that are there in my Smarteefi, all my Smarteefi devices. Okay. If I want to control any of the device, so I'm sitting in my office. Let me try to switch on and off my office light. So by default, it's showing off, and now it will keep the synchronized state. So I can control my office light. So it currently supports 4 types of entities: switch entities, light entities in which you can change the color of the light, and you need the Smarteefi RGB controller for that, or RGB CCT controller for that. There is a fan entity to control the speed of the fan, and there is a cover entity for the Smarteefi curtain controller. So currently 4 types of entities are supported. You can find more details in the repo documentation. This is how you can integrate the Smarteefi into the Home Assistant.
Okay, so we have all covered everything linked to Home Assistant, and we have tried to explain on the video also how the things can be done. Everything is available online, and if you still have any queries or you need any support on that, feel free to reach to us on the support email ID. We will try to assist you. So we will be coming up with some similar to this new products and features as and on we do the development. So be connected with us, and thank you for supporting Smarteefi.